Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Valentitties Live or my normal Friyay reading and productivity sprints. Yeah, I'm super fucking tired today. So, um, yeah, mentally fucking drained. Um, don't, I don't know. Um, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. That's good. What are people gonna be reading? Hope, what are you gonna be reading?
I don't know. Probably in the first sprint, I'm going to be trying to tackle my giant to do list that I said I had to do today. But
It's fair. I am going to continue, or start, I should say, my reread of Avatar. So,
sounds like a fun plan.
it should be. So, we'll go ahead and start the first sprint at 45. And then,
Yeah, just jump straight in there.
yeah, I don't know how many sprints we're going to do or how long we're going to go. It kind of depends on my mood and stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, I will hope. Why is your mom requesting to friend me on Facebook?
She's doing what now?
Your mom requested to fucking friend me on Facebook.
I don't fucking know why.
It,
I guess that's the first thing I'll be doing in the first sprint, being like, Mom, why?
yeah, and answer that. Have her answer that question before I accept her friend request because, frankly, I don't
I
really
don't fucking
fucking
know.
know your mom.
Exactly. I'm like, the fuck?
So
Okay.
yeah,
It's definitely an interesting start to a live.
yeah, I don't fully understand why she would want to be my friend on Facebook. I don't
I don't know.
I don't do anything.
Oh my gosh, what Sam said in the comments.
Yeah. She wants to create all parts of her life. I mean, I don't remember the last time I actually made a fucking post on Facebook. The last thing I
Exactly.
posted on Facebook that I myself posted was
The last thing I posted is about my mom's old Facebook account getting hacked.
yeah, the last Facebook post that I posted myself was in April of last year. So,
Yeah. And then before that was February of last year saying, "Thank you everybody for the birthday wishes yesterday."
yeah.
And that's just because a lot of people did that on, like, posted on my like Facebook wall, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be an asshole and be like not say anything. So I'll just do one post of like, thank you, and then that's it.
Yeah. I wish Macy was here. But she is, in fact, too small. Too small to leave her house or mom.
I swear, now I'm sitting here going, who else do I have on my Facebook that my mother could friend request and I would
Like, I don't mind, but I don't. I don't know.
I mean, the only bookish person on my Facebook that my mom has heard me mention in just like daily conversation is Clint.
We'll ask Clint when he gets here if.
Just like, did my mother send you a friend request? If so, don't accept it.
I wasn't planning on accepting the friend request from your mom.
Oh, God, no.
Like I said, I have no reason to accept her Facebook. I don't know her, so. Hello, Nikki.
Hey
Hi.
guys.
What are you gonna be reading?
Well, nothing really for Valentitties, but I just finished a book that was like a thriller. So I'm going to follow up with the second in that series, and then I can't decide if I want to read Beach Read or Part of Your World.
Fair.
So one of those I'll start eventually today.
I know I've heard good things about Beach Read, so
Yeah, I know Clint read it and really liked it. So, but I can't decide which one. What are you guys reading?
I'm gonna be rereading Akatar.
Okay.
and I have no idea.
But I watched this girl post her boyfriend reading Akatar for the first time, and he was talking about how much he loved Tamlin and how much he didn't like Reese. And I'm like, oh my God, that was me. And so I commented and I was like, well, he's in for a wild ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone feels that way at the beginning.
It's intentional.
Yep, I remember reading it, and then, like, when I went in, I knew we weren't supposed to like Tamlin, and we were supposed to like Reese. So, like, the entire first book, I was like, but he's not as bad as everybody makes him out to be.
Right.
But then
I
also, I
wasn't told
knew,
anything.
yeah, but like, I also knew of, like, oh, as, like, Reese is, like, the person we're supposed to root for. So, as soon as he was introduced, I was like, okay, but now I can see why, everybody likes him just from the first description of him.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely was Team Tamlin first book. And I was like, I don't like Reese. I don't know why everybody likes him. And then I read Aftermath. And I was like, okay, wow, okay.
Yep. All right. So it is now 50. I'm gonna go ahead and start the first sprint, and I will see people back here in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
And that quiz is stupid because why the fuck did I get all YA novels?
True.
And it's not even that. It suggested City of Bones and To Kill a Kingdom. And okay, I can understand These Violent Delights if it's one of Sterling's favorites. But City of Bones and To Kill a Kingdom? I wanted good, like, forbidden romance, like, adult recommendations, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Morgan got adult. She
I
got
know.
Kiss Quotient, The Roommate, and Get a Life, Chloe Brown. So she got some good choices. Why
I
did I
know.
get YA?
I'm sitting here like I got the same result as you, and I'm like, well, I've read 2 of the 3 recommendations.
I've read
And
one.
May as well read number 4 just to round it all out.
Mm-hmm.
But hi. Sorry for the rant.
You're good. How did you do, Hope?
I almost finished editing my vlog and uploaded a TikTok.
Solid. Nikki, how did you do?
Good. I got 6% done of my audiobook.
That's good.
I got 10% done of my ebook.
Ooh, what are you
Nice.
reading?
I couldn't decide, so I just started Damaged by Onley James, which is book 3.5 that I have to read this month so I can read book 4 next month.
Why was I not surprised when you said that?
Okay, I started the audiobook for Egg, the CBC group book. I started it. I like one person's narration. I really hate the others. But the main one that I love, he's one of my favorite voice actors. So I'm like, oh, but the other one does really horrible, shitty Spanish accents, and I'm just like, oh, it's so bad. Like, it's cringe level bad. And I was just like, damn it. Guess I'll be physically reading it on my Kindle.
Yeah, I was gonna say note to self, read the ebook.
How about you, Morgan?
I just scrolled through TikTok, to be honest. I am a little bit...
Those are the same fucking glasses you just had on. Are they not?
I don't know. I'll start reading soon-ish, maybe. I don't know. Sam says, I stuffed myself with the Lord's chicken.
I'm gonna assume homophobic chicken, so Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, I just ordered that.
I don't really like chicken.
It's on its way.
So we know what Nikki will be doing in the next sprint.
Short/real/short. Nice.
I feel like I'm gonna have to send Nikki and Sam a song now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, give me a moment.
I took a really cute photo and
The song is called Chow Down at Chick-fil-A by DWV, so I'm sending it.
Okay.
They're drag queens.
Sam says chicken twins.
I took the quiz, and my reading romantic type is Grumpy Sunshine.
Chat. Oh, okay.
And I got Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. And The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lorna, which I've already read and didn't like.
Wait, which reading group did you get?
I got Grumpy Sunshine for a reading romantic type.
That doesn't make sense with you.
You're telling me. But that's what I
Like
get.
Clint, I do kind of understand how we got the like forbidden romance, but it's more of like the recommendation.
Hello, and it was like it started off with like, you must be a Romeo and Juliet lover, and I'm like, fuck
No,
Romeo and
no.
fuck
Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. That shit sucks. I have hated every single fucking Shakespeare play that I've ever fucking read in the entirety of my schooling. Shakespeare can go fuck himself. I swear
Uh-huh.
to God, I fucking hate Shakespeare.
I love Shakespeare, but I fucking hate Romeo and Juliet. Hold on. 8th grade, I lived in Arkansas. We read Romeo and Juliet. Moved back to Oklahoma. 9th grade, we read Romeo and Juliet. In English. Then my acting class, we read Romeo and Juliet. Moved to Norman. In 10th grade, what are we reading? Romeo and Juliet. That I literally asked the teacher in 10th grade, it's like, can I read something different? And she's like, why? And I explained, she's like, well, if you can pass this test, then you get to choose your Shakespeare play. She handed me the test. In 5 minutes, I handed it back to her, and I got 100% on it. And she was just like, okay, you really hate this. Because I can feel the hatred in your essay. Yes, can I read something different? She's like, yes, what do you want to read? I was like, can I read either The Tempest or Macbeth? She's like, you can do Tempest because we're doing Macbeth. I was like, okay, that works for me.
That's about how I feel about fucking Oedipus Rex. That play can also go to hell.
Ooh, I love that play.
I've read it like I've read it every single year that I have been in school. Like starting from high school to literally last semester.
But then again, that also is why I hate Beowulf so much and Grendel. The amount of times I've read those two things because all the moving we did. Because Arkansas is a lot. Okay, Arkansas is lower. No, we're lower than them on education, but we were higher than them on education when I went to school. We're now lower, but they were doing classes in doing books and stuff in 7th and 8th grade that Oklahoma was doing in 9th and 10th. And I'm like, what the fuck? But you're weaker on math because when I came back to Oklahoma, I didn't know shit. I had to literally sit there with the teacher during my open period to be like, hey, explain this to me. You're talking apples and oranges. This makes no sense. Like, you're talking apples and oranges, and I'm getting carrots and celery over here. So this, like, makes no sense at all. Alicia!
Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
So I don't know how much I'll actually get read this weekend, but I have something down for every one of our prompts.
Honestly, I've
Like a
forgotten what
different
those
book for
are.
every
I'm
prompt?
not-
Yes.
I'm not
I
even-
had.
I think I'm
Once
gonna
again,
pick up
I'm not even
this
going to
weekend.
bother
Read
bother
Beach Read.
Ooh, such a good book.
Been sitting on my desk for like a week and a half.
I'm using Damaged for BDSM, even though I don't know if it actually has BDSM. But a lot of the Necessary Villain or Necessary Evil series, there's BDSM-like moments. I mean, the last one was Dom and Submissive. Like, legitimately, he says jump, the other one just immediately jumped. So it's like Dom Submissive kind of vibe. So I was just like, it's only James, they're psychopaths, so there's gonna be some sort of roughness. So I'm gonna count it for BDSM. And then Cupid, draw back your bow. Sorry,
One sec.
Cupid, draw back your boo. Which is the next in that Pleasant Valley, Pleasant View, Pleasant Point holiday series. The Valentine's one. And then that'll be my diverse, because it's Talia Hibbert writing Momel.
Ooh, I like that cover.
Cupid is a cunt is for one in the pink, two in the stink, because it's got pink on the cover. And Ache will be a new to me author.
I think I know what I'm reading.
I will send you the quiz, Alicia, and you give me your answer. Because I need to know.
I think the only one that I'm not sure of is Read a Sweet Romance, but the one that I'm reading, I think I'm going to count it as that because it's like it's based on like it's a wedding, so I'm like that's kind of sweet.
What one is it again?
Locked in Love by Dana Isley.
I mean, technically, I can count any Only James as a sweet romance. Yes, there's psychopaths, but there's some really sweet moments.
What about this? Is this a sweet romance?
I don't know if I would actually consider that an actual romance. To me, that's
All
more
right,
like
then I might
women's
read this
lit.
instead. I might read this instead. At least get one book.
I feel like Emily Henry to me is not a romance author. To me, she's there's romance in her books, but it's more about the actual like the characters themselves and the life.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I've heard of with her new book. Is it Happy Place?
Hmm.
Of how it's literally should not have been marketed as a romance because yeah, there's like a underlying subplot of romance, but the overall plot is just like a basic contemporary or leaning a bit more towards literary fiction.
See, I would also put her because I kind of would put her in the same category as I would Colleen Hoover because I don't think either one of them should be marketed as strictly romance. Just listening to like the plot lines and stuff like that, to me they sound more like a contemporary that just happens to have a romance. Like dark contemporary on Colleen Hoover's side and like a lighter contemporary on Emily's side. Like to me they're two sides of the same coin. It's just one's happy and one's like, I'm gonna rip your heart out.
I don't know.
Accurate, especially for Colleen Hoover.
I have one Colleen Hoover book, and it's Reminders of Him, and I haven't read it yet. And then I have one Emily Henry that I haven't read yet. So I'm like, I feel like I need to read them so I can see if they're even going to be authors that I like.
I've read one Emily Henry, which is the one you have in your hands, and I've read one Colleen Hoover, which is Verity. And I haven't decided past that if I'm going to read more of Colleen Hoover or not, because I'm trying to decide, do I really want to dive into that when I've got enough authors that already break my heart?
And then there's me over here. I've read 8 or 9, I think, Colleen Hoover books. And the lowest rating I gave one was a 4.
Wow.
I mean, you read Colleen Hoover like I've read TJ Klune, so it's okay. I've read 13 or 14 TJ Klunes, and I think the lowest rating I've given TJ Klune is a 5. Him and those goddamn cliffhangers. Ooh, what did Alicia send? Oh, that makes sense for Alicia. Alicia got Grumpy Sunshine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that makes sense for her. It doesn't make sense for Nikki.
I'm going to have to retake this damn quiz. I think I might have been rushing.
Like, if Forbidden Romance makes sense for me and Hope, we like our Forbidden Romances. It was just more the recommendations.
And the cat went meow.
Yep. The cat did in fact go meow.
My food's arriving right now anyway, so perfect timing.
Yay!
And I'll be going to get food because halfway through that sprint, my mom was like, "Supper's done." I'm like, "I'll be out later."
Alright, see everybody back here in 30 minutes.
Okay,
Happy reading.
fun.
Okay, bye.
Hola.
Hola.
Hello. I got another 7% done.
Yay.
Nice.
I got 20 more percent done.
Woo.
I scrolled on TikTok the entire time.
And made a bowl of cereal because people talked about food. And it's
I ate
only
I ate my dinner.
Yeah, I ate and then I listened to 10% of my book.
What'd you eat, Hope?
BLT.
Ooh. We had those for lunch the other day. It was so good.
Mm.
I'll probably make sausage and mac and cheese later.
Ooh.
I'll put the sausage in the air fryer.
I had mac and cheese. Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is so good.
You know, I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, I used to only eat at Chick-fil-A when my ex-best friend would buy it. Or two of my ex-best friends, I should say, would buy it because I couldn't actually go to the Chick-fil-A in Norman. They recognized me from the Kissin'.
The what?
The Kissin'. When Chick-fil-A when they started coming out as anti-gay, me and a bunch of other students from Norman North went and we all had a gigantic kiss-in where we all just like everybody kissed everybody. I kissed girls, I kissed guys, and they couldn't do a single thing about it. Because we also found out that the manager of that particular location is also I don't know what a leader is in a Mormon church. Is that a preacher?
You could just call it an asshole.
Mormons are. Sorry if anybody's watching this and is a Mormon, but Mormons are fucked. Fucked.
But one of the managers was a Mormon, and the other manager that was leaving when this happened.
If you're Mormon and watching my channel, I am willing to bet that you will not be a Mormon much longer. Because if you're watching my videos, then you are probably learning that, oh shit, it's
And the
time
one that
to
was
escape Mormonism, or you're already in the process of deconstructing your religious trauma and you've decided to be like, yes, rebel. I shall rebel.
psycho, yes.
You're an autistic
I mean,
queer witch
or
who doesn't
plus
know
the
how
other
to do shit because she's mentally ill and ready to
my life.
cry.
Hashtag Team Chaos.
That's what we all are.
And before anybody asks, no, I am not okay.
I mean, 4 of the original members of hashtag Team Chaos are right here.
Why are you trying
So
to sell
True.
something on Facebook Marketplace and just put a picture of a bunch of fucking dead bugs? It doesn't make people want to buy your shit.
But no, the other manager that was leaving was a music pastor
That's a fucking
who is very open about his hatred for homosexuality, but then was caught with a male student in the rectory at a church.
This sounds like Catholicism. Wait,
Well, the
how-
ones that are always so vocal about their disdain in certain things are usually the ones who are doing it.
I mean, as an adult, I had sex with 3 of my bullies from high school because they hit me up on Grindr, and I was like, It's like I was like, at the time, I
Did
didn't
you at
realize.
least
I
talk?
didn't. No.
That's bullshit.
Back
and
then.
entitled.
Okay, hold on. No, back then, I was a hardcore power bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been within like the past like 5 years that I've started topping and liking it. It depends on the person I'm with.
Fair.
I have to have like feelings for said person. If
Yeah.
I'm just hitting up someone on Grindr, it's normally because I want to be plowed. Hey. And back then, that's what it was. I was also, that was back when I used to have sex with a lot of ugly people because I thought I deserved it.
Can't
But
me
that's
too.
beside the point. Recovering sex addict here. And also, Damaged is not what I thought this book was going to be about. I was
I
trying
like
to
how you
figure
said
out.
that you were also damaged.
I mean, I am, but that's beside the point.
Wait, what room of your house are you in?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Where are you?
Where
Bedroom.
the fuck
Oh, we're
are
in the
we?
bedroom. My desk is now in the bedroom because I'm
Uh,
going to be getting a home unit from work for because of my new position. Granted, I'm only going to get monitors and a keyboard and stuff. I'm going to have to take my tower back and forth for my gigantic tower back and forth.
oh,
But because they
that
don't
is
have
a
enough
pain.
they don't have enough actual computers to give me one at home. So I'm just going to take it back and forth. But
Gross. They need to get more.
I'm not going to be
Yeah,
working
that's a
from
pain in the
home
ass.
that many. I don't work from home that often. The only time I would really work from home is if like bad weather. But I
I'd
have
rather
to
work from
have
home than go to campus.
a home unit now because I'm Billings. I'm the one that posts every bit of the money for our small company. I'm the only one who does that. Well, the county people post the county payments, and then Amy's been helping me because I'm still training. And Amy will post things as well, but that's beside the point. But so I'm gonna have to have a unit, and I can't be in the same room as Sterling.
Mm.
Ah.
He hasn't taken the test, the certified crap that I had to take, the 3.5 hour long videos
Oh,
to take a test, and I had to get a
he
75
doesn't have
to pass.
the clearance.
Yeah, because I'm AMR and he's CMR, so it's two different type of informations. I'm a collection agency, is what I work for.
Wait, are you the person that calls people and is like,
No.
"Hey,
No.
you
I'm
want
support
to
side. I'm support side. I just make sure everything is posted into the computer.
know?"
I don't talk to people. And then Sterling with CMR is when people damage like lines and shit in the ground, like wires and shit. They call him and he enters everything into the computer. And then they have people that call the people who did the damage to get the money. Like phone
I would
lines,
not have guessed that that
internet.
was his job.
He just sits at the computer and he only works if someone calls him.
How do
I
I?
What
want
a
that
job!
job.
How do I?
Someone,
What is the salary? What are the benefits? Can I have that job? I don't want to fucking talk to people unless I'm getting paid.
like he doesn't work unless like because he receives the calls and then he's entering all the information. But they are setting him up for a promotion, so
Okay, but that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
answer the question of how do we get that fucking job? Because I enjoy the library, but I have to interact with people, and I'm only getting paid 15.30 an hour, so
that's more than what we make.
I would do it as a side hustle. Okay.
Listen, Sterling now makes 13.75, and I now make the most I've ever made, which is 13.50. Gotta love Oklahoma, where our minimum wage is still barely over $7.
Oh, gross.
Yikes.
Because we're one of those states that are poor. But that's why rent and shit
think-
is cheap here.
True.
And we still can't afford it. Hey. But yeah, he works for a larger company. Like his company has like 200 to 500 people working for them. Mine, there are a total of 20, and if we're full staffed, it's 25 people who do everything. So I'm the only one that is accounting. I'm the accountant, pretty much, without having an accounting degree. But I like my lists. I like my organization, and that is a lot of organization and having to remember what happens with which thing, and everything's color coded. And I'm good at money math.
Who posted a story? Why do I care about some rando's fucking story?
I mean, it alerts me too, so it's
But
fine.
I don't know who that bitch is. She's got a cute dog, but I don't know who the fuck she is.
But no, like I was saying, Damaged by Onley James, I was trying to figure out how these two people were connected. Because it's none of the brothers, because this is a 3.5, and I'm like, how the fuck is this person connected? And now I'm like,
The fuck?
I didn't know we were going to follow this character's child. I didn't realize she was also going to have a psychopath as a child. What the fuck? But this is one of the sweeter psychopaths, and I'm just like, I just want to hug him.
Everybody
Granted, he's been obsessed with the same boy since he was 5, and he set the boy's parents on fire.
I did.
Wait, did you say that she had been sleeping with the same boy since she was 5?
No, he's been obsessed with the same boy since he was 5.
Oh, I was like,
And then,
bitch.
and then,
He, at the age of 5, poured nail polish remover on the bed while the parents were asleep and lit it on fire because they
okay, I heard that right.
because they were abusive assholes to the other boy. And they beat him up on the regular, and the mom just lets it happen. So he set the mom on fire too because he wanted the parents to die.
I mean, as they should. In the Boys of Briar Hall series, 2 people absolutely fucking brutalize a pedo, and then they have, like, sex in front of his, decapitated, limbless,
I mean,
crisp fucking body.
I just finished Moonstruck this week, which is book 3, and the way that the 2 characters meet is they both show up to kill the same guy. So one sits down and just watches it happen while the other one kills the dude, and then they have sex right in front of his dead body.
Oh, at the same time,
While the other dude is still covered in the blood of the person he killed. And
Hey, that's giving me flashbacks of what was that one that we read?
Scream for Us?
Yes.
I mean, I like a good psychopath that is all about I'll kill the person that hurts you. I mean, have you met my husband? I don't know if he would actually kill someone, but he is a little bit of a psychopath. So.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Where do you find the audiobooks for that, Clint?
For Onley James? I think they're on Audible. I get them through something else.
Gotcha.
Just the silence.
The trick that a friend showed me to do. A friend I was shocked made a comment towards Morgan in one of our group chats. When she said congratulations to Morgan.
Oh, shit! Yeah.
I went, she acknowledged Morgan? What?
I did not acknowledge her.
Also, side note, we're on our 3rd unhaul of the month.
Damn.
The first one was 30-something bucks. The second one was 40-something bucks, and I'm pretty sure this one's bigger.
From them?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't keep track of their fucking videos. I unsubscribed.
Wait, what? What videos are we talking about? I'm so lost.
You brought up unhauls.
What? Oh no, not. She didn't mention you in a video. She mentioned you in the chat.
I know that she acknowledged my presence in the chat, but you brought up the unhaul, and I'm like, okay, from the same person?
Oh yes, some of them yes.
Okay.
Because we are now doing like a large. Sterling is in a mood. He is in a
When is he not?
declutter mood.
Who's in a mood?
Sterling's in a declutter mood.
Uh-huh.
Very Marie Kondo. Not quite to that extreme, but
Nikki's not muted, she's just not speaking.
she was speaking.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Nikki.
Are you broken? You're broken. But regardless, the cat
Can you hear me?
did the
Yes.
thing.
But yeah, so we're unhauling because me and him have different tastes nowadays. And
Mhm.
some of the books that I got from Mel, I read a couple of the lines and I went, no, this is really, really YA and not.
Let me know what y'all are unhauling, because I'll take your free shit.
And then,
Well, that's good.
yeah, I'm unhauling things. I'm shocked I'm unhauling.
Oh,
Tell me what you're
send a sneak
unhauling.
peek. Send
Yes,
a sneak
Like,
peek in the
Not now, but like send a picture in
Yeah,
the
send a picture in the
Valentitties
Valentitties.
group chat.
I mean, Caleb Rarig is on my unhaul list,
Let me pause the cat. Hold
except
on.
for one Caleb Rarig book. I mean, I've unhauled some Kristen Simmons. I've unhauled some things that I'm known for on my channel.
What? Are you gonna film
Because,
it?
God no.
What? Why?
I didn't film the other two unhauls. It's making him happy and he is in a good mood and we're clearing out and we're taking and we're selling and we're using that money for date days.
Well, where are you selling so I can figure out if I want to buy your shit?
Oh, we sell at Half Price Books
Fuck. Okay.
and we get credit. I mean, I felt bad when we were going through the things yesterday because there was one stack that just seemed a little too diverse. And I was like, we're not getting rid of them because they're diverse. I hope no one takes it like that. We're getting rid of because these are like YA novels that we're never gonna read.
Mm-hmm.
That we bought because they were diverse so we could read more diversely on our shelves. Now we're like, we have other authors that we're more interested in.
I mean, fair.
I mean, we did unhaul a little bit of Sarah J. Maas too, so that we don't have duplicate series.
Which Sarah J. Maas books did you unhaul?
Well, because we can't get matching sets anymore, my Court of Wings and Ruin and Frost and Starlight hardbacks
And
in the
you
original
didn't ask
covers.
any of us if we wanted those?
Think those are currently in the closet in the unhaul pile.
I will take them.
And then when Kaylani finally ships the box that she's sending, I'll be unhauling some Throne of Glass paperbacks.
I will take those too.
Because
I
she's
am
sending us
calling him
hardbacks.
right now on this live show with 5 witnesses. 5, because there are 2 people watching, and the 3 of you motherfuckers that I'm calling dibs on the Sarah J. Maas books that you are fucking getting rid of.
And I think we got rid of. Well, one of them I won't give to you because it's a damaged book. So.
Do you think I give a fuck of whether or not it is damaged? I have pulled books out of dumpsters. Do not underestimate my trash.
No, I meant like it's damaged, like pages are damaged. Because when we received it, it was damaged. but I kept it
What
because
do you mean by like pages?
Oh,
of
that
ridiculous?
one. I know
Yeah.
what one you're talking about.
the newest Crescent City one, like the pages are like ripped and there's like pages missing.
I would just use that as an art project.
But I kept it because it had a bonus short story in it, which I still haven't read.
I want the Sarah J. Maas books, okay? That's it. Just
We
send me
got
the Sarah
rid
J.
of.
Maas books. But like, let me know when you're gonna do it because, like I said, my family's fucking moving soon, and we have to be out of our house by March 8th.
Where are you moving?
Just to a new house.
Same area?
Same area, yes. Maybe like 15 minutes one way or the other, but like same area.
And we are
And
not
what?
getting rid of Agatha Christie. He's like, I think I found my.
Like I
May
said,
have found a queer replacement for Agatha Christie. I only say replacement because, from what I understand, she was highly racist purposely. And I was like, yeah, but it's Agatha Christie. And we have some old copies, and I want to read more Agatha Christie.
yeah, well, tell Sterling that if you guys take the Sarah J. Maas books to Half Price Books, he is not only letting me down, but like, tell him he's gonna be disappointing Macy.
The
Okay?
whole book community. He's just letting down the whole
Yeah.
book
No,
community.
he's gonna be
All of
disappointing the
Team
country.
Chaos. All of
That's
Team
who he's
Chaos.
gonna be disappointing. My fucking
Freaking, I know we've also been going through and we're like, oh, this is a horrible person. We don't want this on our shelves anymore. I think the only horrible person we technically still have on our shelves knowingly is Jay Kristoff.
What the fuck did he do?
He's a racist.
Oh.
But Sterling really, really loves Empire the Vampire. And we have 3 copies on the shelf.
I mean, honestly though, like all authors kind of fucking suck.
I
Well, so is
mean,
Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover is a complete cunt.
also, y'all should be
Don't get
proud
me
of me.
started on Colleen Hoover because I have thoughts and I will be yelling, and if I yell, I'm going to cry, and that's gonna wind up on the internet. And
I put House of Night in the closet. Not in the unhaul, but in the closet. By PC Cast and Kristen
if
Cast.
you get rid of those, give them to me.
They are never
I don't
going
like-
anywhere.
Okay,
I like their
that's why I
writing
said
style.
if I am.
There's a shelf in the top of the closet. They're right there next to J.K. Rowling because eventually they're going to go on a childhood shelf of these are the books that kept me alive and when I almost committed suicide. Some other times these are the books that kept me. And I only attempted 3 times, 3.5.
Me.
It would have been more if it wasn't for these. And these are books that I'm like, I may never reread. But these are ones that these have to like stay in the closet. Plus it cleared off an entire shelf so I can put Sarah J. Maas in there because Sarah J. Maas can't stay in here. Because the shelf that had it on it, we switched with his black shelf that was over there so that all the stuff in there could be black. So it all matches. But I have a spot now for my TBR, my toil and TBR. I have a section, so now I don't have to put it away, get it out, put it away, get it out. I have a spot. So I took the top of the shelf and we like made it witchy-ish. But yeah. I mean, some of the books are going in the living room because we're getting this cube thing to go underneath the window, and we're gonna put Empire the Vampire and Stalking Jack the Ripper on it. 'Cause it's gonna give it like kind of creepy vibe, and we're gonna put a bench pillow on top of it for Chewie,
Aww.
so that Chewie can look out the window. Sterling's like we're revamping the house, like.
People, why don't you watch your facts?
His new dresser
Ooh.
that took me 2.5 hours to put together because I put parts of it on backwards and had to undo it. And then I found out another section and then found another section. And I was like, it was pissing me off. I was like,
Well,
that
at
took
least
far
Sterling's
too long.
in a good mood. I feel like it's been a while.
As long as he's keeping himself busy and active on a project, he's in a good mood. So if he wants to declutter the house, if he wants to buy shit for the house and redecorate, have at it.
He could come redecorate my house.
We also,
Speak of the devil.
I forgot you were getting off 30 minutes early. I was like, why aren't you at your desk?
While he's distracted, I'm gonna go ahead and restart the cat.
Okay.
All right.
He also found multiple record stores he wants us to go to in Oklahoma.
I've been
Seven
getting
of which are in Tulsa. And that's a 2-hour drive. 2 to 3 hour drive from us. And I'm like, yay.
Is he
Date
wanting
day.
to go like now?
No, he's planning each different month as having date days in like Duncan, in Tulsa, in Oklahoma City. And I'm over here like, okay, if we go to Tulsa, we're going to Books a Million. That's all that matters. If you're going to Books a Million. Because that's the close. Either way, if we go to the two closest Books a Million is the same distance, just one's in Texas and one's in Tulsa. But I'm like, you're finding record stores. When you run out of record stores, are you going to start looking in the states around us?
Probably.
And I'm not driving for a record store unless they have the record you're looking for. Because our ultimate goal with our records is to have the largest queer disco collection. He's buying queer disco artists like Sylvester and Patrick Cowley, and we have a Village People album. He just needs to add like ABBA to it. Speaking of the devil.
Speaking of the devil, what bitch?
Nothing.
Oh,
Let me know when y'all are ready to do something.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
We are on a live.
Wait,
No, he
can we
was
watch
like,
the good time?
No, he said, don't make me beat you in front of the people. I don't care if you're on live. And I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time. Maybe I want to be beat. I said
I'm
beat
waving
like
it.
bruises, not that way. Fucking hell. He's like, I said beat, not beat off. It's like, I wasn't even meaning that either.
Is this the side we should go to? Go for a sprint?
Yes, let's go to the sprint.
All right, yay.
Morgan, sprint.
Hey,
Okay, springtime.
You're the one that has to put the cat up.
Reading.
I know. I was just responding to a message. I will put the fucking cat up. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Hola.
Hello. Once again, scrolled on TikTok.
I didn't get any reading done that spring either.
I don't have.
I started making a list.
Hope. What about you?
I read like 40% of my book.
My God, Hope is the only good host of this.
Listen, I'm gonna be for real. Y'all are lucky I even woke up this morning because I woke up and I was like, I'm not fucking doing this today, and I was gonna go back to sleep. So,
I mean, that's fair.
get fucked.
I mean, to be fair, I've given up on my to-do list today, besides like one thing I have to do, or else I think the cats will hate me.
Yeah.
Mine's just staring at me. She wants to be loved on right now.
One night I went through Amazon and found all of these urban paranormal Mel romance series, and I added like a bunch of book ones,
Ooh.
like werewolves, phoenix shifters, gargoyles, necromancers. Series that's about a medium.
Oh, kitty.
Necrophilia.
So I'm currently going through
Travis,
them.
he's seen some shit.
I'm wanting to make a list of the ones that I actually want to read because
That's
I'm going to
good.
do a project. Once I get done with the Soulbound series and I read the last the whatever tarot sequence series that is, then I'll start something like this.
Mhm.
But I got to finish these Mel paranormal series that I already am working on, and then I'll start this project to decide which of these I actually want to continue. Because a lot of these are on
That's a good
Kindle
idea.
as well.
I've been going through and finding similar books that are like the ones I've been reading lately that I'm really interested in. So hopefully we'll have a good reading year.
Yeah. I have read 0 pages since joining. Ha ha ha. Karina.
You and me both, Karina.
I got 14% of my audiobook done. That's pretty good.
That's being
Also,
productive.
considering I finished a book today, so at least I did some good stuff today. With reading.
I'm tired, so I might do a lot of reading more tomorrow. This entire week of training, my brain feels a little fried. Because technically today and yesterday is the official first days I did shit by myself.
Mother
Oh.
fucking bitches! Why is this not on my currently? I hate everything and everybody. I would like to commit acts of violence.
That's me right now with Indigo, the website is being down. So literally, I can't buy books that I wanted to buy. It's been like that for like 2 days now, and I'm like, I was gonna buy some things that'll arrive next week as like a birthday present to myself.
I don't know what the fuck.
Is it sad? I'm not interested. Like, now that I've read the description of this book, I'm not really that interested, but the guy on the cover is really cute. So I'm debating on taking him off the list. Like,
If you don't want to read the book, remove the
he's
book from the list.
super cute, though. But I don't think it's the
Okay,
book for
from far
me.
away, he's giving Jasper.
He is.
Eclipse.
What?
What do you think I got then?
No.
Stars.
But I can't even. Something about a freak accident. Now he can see ghosts.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Oh. Okay, no, this is staying. I didn't know there was a detective in it.
Ooh.
That
You hear
makes it
that
more-
and you're like, it stays.
I saw the word hot, sexy detective, and I went, hi, sold. I would like more. Technically, what I would really love is more gay Criminal Minds type books.
Mhm.
Because,
How about just gay Criminal Minds? Period. Where's
I mean, technically, we are in the newest season, Gay Criminal Minds.
I
But
haven't fucking seen the newest season yet.
Did
we
anybody
haven't
watch
seen
the Teen Wolf movie?
Not yet. We're
Not
currently.
yet. I haven't finished the original show. But the reason I haven't seen the newest season yet is because I got my boyfriend hooked on Criminal Minds, and if I watch too far ahead without him, I'm gonna feel like a shitty person.
But no.
Whoa.
We.
Boyfriend.
Where
Oh,
have
yeah.
you been?
Where have you been?
I've been gone. I've been busy. Listen,
Nikki.
if
Nikki has been on
My-
Jupiter.
the last 2 weeks have been so bad, my boss asked me if I was going to quit. So I've just kind of been MIA
Of
from
which
everything.
You know what? Valid
From
and
this job.
also mood. But yeah, I have a boyfriend somehow.
A lot better than last.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, good.
a lot better than last.
Boy,
Oh my
that
God.
I can
I have
answer that.
Oh,
no
Hope has
judging.
met him, but the only reason she met him is because I FaceTimed her when I was high as
What?
fuck.
I still have the recording on my phone that I haven't rewatched because I'm saving it for like a day that I need to just laugh my ass off.
Yeah, I don't even know how the fuck like that started. Like, I don't like I know how I got high, obviously, but I've also I got high a couple of days ago, and apparently I just ate an entire bag of chips and then complained about how hungry I was, and I was like, and I woke up and I was like, dang, I'm really hungry, and Bradley was like, yeah, you said that you were pretty hungry last night. I was like, yeah, do we have any more of those chips left? And he looked at me and goes, no, you fucking ate them all. And I was like, ah, shit.
I know you got high because the one night you started texting me, you said like 2 lines to me and then poofed.
Probably sent you the message and then called me.
Yeah, she was like, I'm high right now. And I was like, hi, I'm Clint.
Did I ever respond to that?
You did like 2 weeks later.
I think it was 2 weeks later, pretty much, after I think I brought it up.
What?
And then you were like, oh shit.
No, she was not fighting over a lesbian high. Oh my god, speaking of that. Freaking Sterling and my friend Caitlin. Okay, we went out to one of the new clubs that used to be a restaurant and now is a club. And they had a drag show there. The one that last time I was on lives with you guys and I was like, I don't want to see that fat bitch.
Uh-huh.
Well, we went to that show.
Was that
And
my
she was
live?
actually super nice to me. And we actually talked.
Whose live was that on?
Yours.
Yours. Well, when we went there, both him and Caitlin were high as fuck. They were fighting over who would get to approach a lesbian. Because they both wanted to fuck this woman. Mind you, Sterling is pansexual.
Yeah, but a lesbian is a lesbian.
But then the lesbian took off her hoodie and Sterling got even wetter. Because she had an In This Moment shirt on and that he melted. And him and Caitlin we were messaging in our group chat so that the girls that were sitting, because this was our table, this was their table. We were this close to them. And Caitlin was friends with the girls that she was with. And they were messaging back and forth, and Caitlin's like, I will fight you for her. And he's like, that's a challenge. Bring it. And they were like literally going in, and I was just sitting over here laughing. Going, the only one that's going to possibly get the girl is Caitlin, because Caitlin has a vagina.
You never know.
Speaking of being high, that time that Hope was talking about when I got high, I talked a lot about ACOTAR, which should surprise nobody. But it's the things that I said. I don't really remember any of this shit happening. This was told to me after the fact.
Oh no, Hope filled me in.
Oh yeah.
Because we talked on another live show afterwards and she filled me in on what you said.
Nikki doesn't know, though.
So basically, Morgan has established that there has to be a therapist in Valeris, and Reese refuses to go.
I still stand by that even when I'm
summary.
stone cold sober, dude.
But it's the way that you figured it out,
Also,
which is the funniest thing.
How did I figure it out?
Well, I don't know how it started, but you were talking about ACOTAR, and then you just kind of went like, I wonder if there's some therapist in the world. There probably is. And then you were just like almost like shot forward and was like, pretty much, you told me this pretty much like your nose to the screen of going, Valeris would have a freaking therapist and Reese would refuse to go. And like it happened so
you know who
weird.
the therapist is? Azriel. Azriel's the therapist.
I think I also compared
oh yeah.
Oh no. Speaking of ACOTAR, my friend Chantel.
Wait, hold on. Clint, before you go, Hope needs to say the other thing I did when I was high, and then you can go.
So,
because still does not know.
Yeah, this was when Morgan was like introducing me to Bradley, and then like said hi to him, and then she brought the phone back and was like, "Yeah, he looks like Tamlin, but acts like a mix of Reese and Cassian, but except doesn't act like Tampon." And he just went, "Did you just call me a tampon?" Or something like that. And it's just like...
And I Hope had to explain to Bradley no, I was not in fact comparing him to a tampon. I was
And then he was just like, okay,
like, as long as you can understand what she's saying, I don't care. But yeah, the most recent time I got high, ate an entire bag of chips, and then I passed the fuck out on Presley's lap, and he was just playing Minecraft. And I was just knocked the fuck out.
But freaking Chantel messaging me in full caps. Oh my god, Amarantha has black eyes. She's described with ebony eyes. Oh my god. In full caps.
I mean, true.
And Sterling just looks over at me and he's just like that's so uncommon in these type of books. But okay. She's like, you know who else has black eyes? And then she went on full theory mode with Throne of Glass.
I know exactly what path she's going down.
Well, don't tell me.
Spiders. Is
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. But like, she went on a full. I'm not saying anything. She went on a full tangent, and then she's been sending me every TikTok video with any type of connection between the three books. That someone's like, "Oh my god, I just figured this out." I'm like, "You figured that out just now? We figured that out 5,000 books."
Why the fuck, Stephanie Meyer? Why the ever-loving shit?
She announced 2 more Twilight books, which I'm assuming are the other 2 in Edward's point of view.
She needs to let it die. Am I still going
She
to
announced
read
yesterday
both of
2 more
those
Twilight books.
Yes.
Which is going to make Nikki's day.
I love Midnight Sun because I love Edward's point of view way more than Bella's.
Because Bella's a piece of shit human being that should have died.
No,
because she's annoying.
Okay, I have thoughts, but I don't want to get into another Elaine issue. And thankfully, the cat just fucking me out. So.
But I will state, I don't hate her as much as I hate Grace in book 1 of Crave.
I haven't even read that yet. I don't know if I'm going to because somebody said, I think it might have been Karina said, or Hope. Someone said that it was way too YA.
Yes.
And I don't know
Book
if I can handle that.
Book 1 is very much really YA and every
Pausing the
YA
fucking
trope you
cat.
can think of.
I am pausing the fucking cat.
Also, Sterling stated because he read Crave and now he's contemplating his entire life because he liked Twilight in high school and he wants to know why now. Because Crave made him rethink things and he really hates.
Hey, Sterling.
He did not like
know
Crave.
why you liked Twilight? It was because you were a depressed gay kid who was stuck in the fucking closet for too damn long and was in denial. So you thought, oh, cool, supernatural creature.
God, you're attacking me with everything you're saying.
I'm attacking myself.
No,
But
she
you
said
fucking
the
brought up
reason why
Crave.
you liked
I didn't get a
Twilight
chance
in
to
high
yell about
school
this in
is
the live
because
show
you're
because it was on
you were a
Alicia's live
depressed
show.
gay
And
kid
she would have
that was
muted
stuck
me.
in the closet for too long and needed an outlet.
I actually didn't have that much depression in high school.
I'm done with you right now.
Well,
It was like his response was, I didn't have that much depression in high school.
oh, honey, you're in denial. Everybody was depressed in high school.
And I'm just over here going, whatever. I had my full on emo phase. Listen.
Okay, so
I feel like I'm still in my emo phase.
okay.
I'm
Alicia
just
literally
brighter.
just goes, oh no. Because I didn't get to talk about this during the live show because I knew Alicia would have fucking muted me because it would have turned into I wasn't depression in high school.
It wasn't depression.
Seriously, what, Alicia? You're more put together than the rest of Team Chaos combined and multiplied by 7.
No, Alicia just typed, I wasn't depression in high school.
That's because you were put together and, like, you know how to fucking deal with your trauma. The rest of us yell about YA books about vampires that go to boarding school because some people don't like to recognize that in trauma you act really fucking weird because that is what If you've been on my channel long enough, you've seen me yell at Clint multiple times about Grace in the first book of the Crave series. But to make a long story short, Clint is wrong and I am right.
Nice try. Nice
It's
try.
my channel. I am God here. You can't say shit.
Okay, then tomorrow I get to say all the shit on mine.
That's fine. You're still gonna be fucking
Morgan's
wrong.
like, I'm right.
You're
Clint is
still
wrong.
going to be fucking
You're on my
wrong.
channel. I am God here. And I'm like, wrong.
Actually, wrong. You know why? I'm here.
You're still not God.
People
Nice
admit
try.
that.
I'm the dark god still.
I just Alicia
something
has
all
given
right.
me permission.
Oh, Lord Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Okay.
Somebody better go grab a snack. This is gonna last forever.
Clint also has the ability to leave whenever
Nikki?
he damn well chooses.
Yes, but Nikki
So-
hasn't read Crave.
I'm not
So
going
keep
to go
it
into
spoiler-free.
spoilers. I'm just going to explain vaguely why you're fucking wrong.
I get that she went through some shit. That still doesn't mean you have to be as stupid as you fucking are in book 1.
When you have been through trauma, all ability especially trauma that happened only a couple of months ago, previous to the beginning of the book, because here's the thing. She was still in San Francisco after her parents died.
San Diego,
San Francisco, whatever San fucking magical land it was.
Well, I'm currently listening to someone screaming. Yes?
I have to wait for him to put his fucking headphones on because...
Continue.
In my defense, he brought it up. I have full reign here.
He threw something at me because he's like, I was talking to you. And I was like, and I'm listening to someone rant.
Not your fucking turn, Sterling. Okay.
I'm just like, it's not your fucking turn, Sterling.
This is not your fucking turn. You are not on the live. Therefore, shut up. Anyways,
I'm gonna add him in the background.
we still can't fucking hear him.
I know.
Elise just
I'm
goes,
done.
I am done. I am not. Listen, this is the most amount of emotion and energy that I've had in like the past fucking week after being in a fucking depressed bubble. Let me have this moment, please.
Keep going.
Anyways, when you are in like recovery from trauma, actually, she wasn't even in fucking recovery. She didn't have a chance to sit down and fucking heal because her parents, like, it's known at the beginning of the book. So, Nikki, this isn't a spoiler. It's not a spoiler to anybody else. But
it's in the synopsis.
Grace's parents, they fucking bite it, right? That fucking dead. Like,
it's a YA novel. All parents are dead.
R.I.P. Grace's parents, because I forgot what her fucking last name. Oh, Foster. Anyways, not the fucking point.
So are they at Foster's home for imaginary friends?
We're not talking about that right now.
Sorry.
I understand you want to relive the 90s and the early 2000s, but now is not the fucking time. The time is now to talk about what
Someone's spicy today.
I am depressed. I have so much pent-up fucking energy. I'm not on my meds, so I am unmedicated at the moment. Well, not completely unmedicated, but just like slightly unmedicated. I love you, Clint. I do.
I know. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for you to continue.
Okay.
So that I can say my piece.
When somebody is dealing with trauma, especially that heavy, being orphaned, while also having to realize that, oh shit, I have to move to the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Alaska, where, believe it or not, when it's dark and gloomy, it affects people's depression and mood. It's just science, right? Lack of vitamin D means lack of serotonin, right? Okay, and I am not talking about your husband's dick. That does not count as a source of vitamin D.
I wasn't even thinking that, but okay.
That is bullshit, and you were fucking thinking it because I know you, Clint.
No, I was trying to stop myself from interrupting you. I wasn't thinking my husband's dick.
I'm getting deja vu from like all our other
because she said lack of vitamin D, and it's not counting your husband's dick as a source of vitamin D. So we're making what? That's why we're making cheesy fries later, apparently. Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
This is not a trial. I am not Amber Heard. He is not Johnny Depp. If anything, I would be Johnny Depp, and you, Clint, would be the judge. You would not be Amber Heard. I would not put you on that same level as somebody who is worse than Tamlin. Okay? You're just...
Oh, Alicia. I had to get headphones.
Alicia, I had to have headphones. I forgot that you have small children.
Karina, if you want to objection, jump in and object.
Yes.
Okay.
Might make you feel better.
When somebody is dealing with trauma like that, their brain cannot fully comprehend shit. Right? So Clint, I'm not going to ask you this question because I know that you have a troubled do any of us have a solid relationship with our parents except for like me and my dad? Anybody have like any kind of like good enough relationship with their parents where you'd be reasonably upset if they just fucking died?
I would if my mother died, but if it's my dad, I'd probably dance on his grave.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're just gonna put this scenario. Imagine your mother is brutally killed in a car accident. Right. She's dead. fucking bites it. And I can speak like this because my mother's been dead for almost 15 fucking years. Okay.
I wasn't laughing about the fact that she said. I was laughing at how you said it.
Nah.
I consider vitamin
If
D
I laugh
vitamin
after I
D.
say, oh, my mom's fucking dead, that means you're allowed to laugh, because if I'm the only
That's
one
what
laughing,
Marina
I
said.
feel like an asshole. Anyways. And then in that same time period, like, let's say your dad doesn't fucking exist in this scenario. He's already, we'll just say he's, or whichever parent you didn't want to die, right? They're like the only parent you have left. We're going with that for this scenario, okay? Imagine they are brutally taken from you too early in life, right? Right. Already, your brain's not in a good place because you're thinking, oh shit, life is really short. I don't know how to cope with the fact that I could die at any fucking second, right? So that's kind of already going on in your brain, right? Sometimes it lasts 15 years. We're not going to talk about that here. Y'all aren't my therapists. I don't pay you enough to deal with my bullshit.
We don't get paid at all.
Good point. But also not the point.
Because none of us are big booktubers that make any money.
Exactly.
Even if I was, I probably wouldn't fucking pay you guys, because then that would just be more depressing. Like, oh, sorry, you have to pay to have friends. Y'all aren't subscription service. Y'all decided that I was good enough that you were like, yes, I want
I
it.
agree with Karina. We get paid in friendships.
We get paid in French.
That's
Yeah,
true.
like I said, y'all
Yeah.
decided that you wanted to put
We
up
get
with
paid
my
in
ass.
chaos.
I know you
None
get
of
paid
you
in
have to
sex.
be here. None of you are being
And
held
not
to
necessarily
gunpoint.
from me.
Right. Okay, so you have all that, and then, mind you, because you are the only child, and because your other family lives in bumfuck nowhere, Alaska, you have to be the one to identify that parent's body. Be like, oh shit, yeah, that is my parental unit. That is a family member. Start dealing with that, right? And then you're like, oh shit, I don't have anywhere else to fucking live. And so your family in Alaska is like, hey, like, you're technically still a minor, so we kind of are like, I'm not your guardian because, your parents fucking died, and that's how the law works, right? Right. Okay.
But they did give her an option of
They
staying
may
with her
have
best
given
friend,
her an
just
option, but
saying.
realistically, I don't think that, like, they gave her the option, yes, but still, she is considered a minor, and if Foster felt like it was necessary, he could have been like, no, you are not in a mental state. And I also don't know any lawyer who would agree with the fact that Grace would want to be emancipated after she just lost both of her parents, that it would make it so that she would
I
be...
didn't say anything about emancipated. Her best friend's mom and the uncle talked, and he gave her the option that if she wanted to stay with the best friend to finish high school, because she only had 1 year left, she could, but she chose to go with her family.
Regardless, she is now in bumfuck nowhere, Alaska. Right. So she had to leave everything behind that she knew. Old house, old school, old friends, old life, basically. So that's already kind of fucking depressing, because you show up at this place that you don't know, you barely know the family that's there, and you're sitting there and you're like, shit, I fucking have nothing. I have nothing. I just have what's in my fucking suitcases and a vague memory of hanging out with my cousin when we were small children. Right. Okay, so you already have also puberty, teen angst. You already have that shit going on. Plus, you add in all of that other shit for the trauma, right? You add in the other trauma. And so when you're going through this, right? And then you figure out everything you've ever known is a fucking lie, right? You're gonna act a little stupid because you're just getting so much information crammed in your brain because you arrive to Alaska and you get fucking sick because altitude sickness. Again, not a spoiler, that's just common fucking sense. If you go from sea level to an high above sea level place, you're gonna get sick. But then all this other shit just continues to happen before you actually get to sit down and have a break to process all of the shit that is going on in your fucking brain. Right? He doesn't have
I'm sorry.
she can't be like, okay, I need to process this information because it's like go, 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 go. Like when she's sick, she can't focus on shit. When you're feeling altitude sickness, you don't want to do shit. You basically do what she did and just sleep or pretend to stare at the ceiling and try not to think about all of the traumatic shit that you've been dealing with. Also, I think I blew out my own eardrum. Not the point. But. And you like, again, let's just bring the rest of the books into context. Where is Grace supposed to get a fucking break in order to process any of the shit that has happened to her? Any of it. She doesn't, like, obviously she would be seeing a therapist, right? Where in any of the books does she actually go speak with that therapist? When does she actually sit down and go, hi, therapist lady, here's what's going on in my life of...
It's a YA novel. Why would there be a therapist?
Ding, ding, ding.
Not the point. I'm not... It
But
may be
we're
a
talking
YA
about
novel.
in a YA novel, though.
Yes, it is a YA novel, and I get that. I really do get that. But, the reason it reads like a YA novel is because A, YA novel, and B, Grace hasn't had the time to mature and realize, oh shit. Also, if you were 17 years old, had all that shit happen to you, and then you realize your entire life is a fucking lie, and you don't understand anything that's going on because people keep shit from you, including your own family members.
Parents.
What would you do in any of these situations? Given the same exact information that Grace has at the beginning of the book and for each choice that she makes. We only say that she's stupid because we know what's going to happen, and we already know that something isn't right.
That's not why I'm calling her stupid.
Then why are you calling her stupid?
Because I called her stupid the first time I read it.
Okay, why was she
without
stupid?
knowing what happened. Okay. My rebuttal time.
Why she was stupid?
First off, there is no processing of any of those emotions because she just sweeps it underneath the rug. Because one, it's a YA, hold on, it is a YA novel. There is no dealing with any of the trauma. Because she acts like nothing but an annoying little bratty teen a lot of the times in book one.
Are you saying that you were not an annoying little bratty teen?
I'm not saying I wasn't. I hated myself in high school too because when I talked in high school, diamond tiara purses fell out of my mouth. That's how gay I was.
Right.
I'm a lot calmer now. 2. There was that 2 or 3? I don't know. I've lost count already.
Keep score.
It's if your favorite show, and I'm going off the fact that let's take the trauma away from it because she doesn't deal with it. There is no
deal with it because she just keeps getting piled on with more shit. How often?
She dealt with it when she was with her best friend, and she cried, and they talked about it.
Sitting here for 3 weeks is not dealing with that trauma.
I know, not dealing with it. But when she got, but my thing is the minute she got to Alaska, her whole entire mindset changed.
Yes, because she was
when she met Jackson.
Hey, Morgan, you gotta keep your mouth shut.
When she met
Clint wasn't
in the
talking
words
when you were
of
talking.
Morgan, it is not your turn.
Exactly.
When she got there and she saw Jackson, oh my God, a hot boy. Oh my God, a hot boy. Oh my God, all these guys are hot. Oh my God, he wants my affection. Oh my God. That's how she came across. It wasn't her dealing with trauma anymore. It was, she already swept it underneath the rug and she didn't fucking care anymore. It was legitimately, if your favorite show is Legacies and people start dropping little bitty hints here and there, and in the mindset you have where you are single focused on the people that are around you and you are no longer thinking about your trauma, which yes, is a possibility where you can bury your trauma and go on about your life. And you have to deal with it when you're an adult, like I have. As
Exactly.
someone who blacked out my trauma and continued on, and then it took me reading It by Stephen King and the second chapter bring back all those repressed memories.
Yes.
She has repressed her emotions and stuff, and she just
That's what I'm
acts
saying.
like the typical annoying teenager, where
Because-
all she cares about are how she looks and boys is how she comes across at times.
and I
And if your favorite,
understand that. I do.
so your rant about the trauma and stuff does not apply to her at this moment in this book.
Right.
Period.
Right. And like I said,
And
I
if
understand
you're,
where you're coming from.
and
And
I
even
call her stupid because of the blatant, obvious signs that are handed to her. If your favorite show is Legacies, almost everybody that I knew when I was a teenager who was obsessed with vampires and werewolves and all this stuff would have, with the same mindset, if someone dropped a little hint, would have at least made a joke in their head about, oh, well, maybe he's a vampire, ha ha ha.
yeah,
And she doesn't. And if he blatantly gives you Twilight with a note that says, the fact in the note, it says the whole, granted, wow, my brain just did a brain fart, where it says, this might help you. And she goes, oh, it's Twilight. How would that help me? Well, maybe if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, let's watch Legacies. Should go ding, ding, ding. He handed you a vampire book.
are you done?
That is why I call her stupid. And the first time I read it, I found her more annoying and more stupid than Bella.
Okay.
Or
from my
stupider
perspective,
than
I'm
Bella.
stupid because
Okay. I understand.
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
trying to make with her stupidity about being unaware of the supernatural. I get that, but going to that point,
nobody can compare
in our world, right? In our world, the reason that you automatically would jump to that is because A, you've read shit ton of paranormal, and I know that Grace has as well and has watched it, but the rational person's mind is like, okay,
Well, Grace
yeah,
isn't rational. The entire book, she's not rational.
exactly.
If she was rational, she would have dealt with her trauma. You're sitting here saying every person with a rational brain wouldn't see that. An irrational brain, which she has in the book, she would be like, oh my God, there's so many hints here. I would start putting pieces together to try to figure out, why are there so many of these hints? Why are people outside in Alaska without fucking coats?
Yes, and
That should be a dead giveaway that something's wrong.
but also
Because it's Alaska.
knowing, like, let's just say you know nothing. You've read a couple of paranormal books in the past, right? And you go to a school where kids act fucking weird, right? And they are segregated into these cliques, right? And they have characteristics of, let's say, vampires and stuff. You're, like you said earlier, your brain might make a joke of, oh, kid's obviously a fucking vampire. But then you'd be like, well, that doesn't work because vampires aren't fucking real.
But she doesn't even make a joke in her own head.
Because
That's the
she
thing.
doesn't have the ability to make a joke because all of this other shit is just piling on top of her that she's not taking a second to, like,
But she can make dad jokes. So she can't make other jokes, but she can make dad jokes.
dad jokes and stuff like that are just more instincts. They're spur of the moment jokes. And while I understand that those jokes can also be spur of the moment, it's
Love you,
it's a
Sam.
little bit more complicated because you'd have to think and be like, oh yeah. And like she also recognizes that, like,
some of this shit lines up with various lore that she's. You signed up for this the second you answered my DM last year, so this year I'll cancel.
Can I revoke the message?
No, you know too much shit. You know way too much.
Listen, Hope, we're all too involved. There is no reversing.
You know too much about me. I know too much about you.
I mean, Nikki is always prepared because she knows it's me and Morgan, and we're
True.
passionate.
I mean, I've just been scrolling through
Every
Facebook
time.
this entire time.
Every time. Me and Hope just sit here and you guys just go back and forth on something. Whatever topic
It's because
we
Clint and I are
touch on.
passionate people, but we also, when we disagree on something.
I'm sorry she's wrong all the time. It's
I
No,
know,
not
I'm
my
I
sorry
know
fault.
my
you're wrong
thoughts,
all the time,
but I'm
wait,
just
hold
like,
on.
I'm staying quiet.
Hold on, Clint, what is your star sign?
I'm a Cancer.
That fucking makes sense.
What's that supposed to
I mean,
mean?
it does.
It does.
I'm a
But what's that
Scorpio.
supposed to mean? Oh, that checks out. I do fight with my mother,
Exactly.
so it checks out.
I'm
My
not
mother's a
roasting
Scorpio.
you as a Cancer just because you're a Cancer. I'm
He's
saying
a Cancer.
Scorpios and Cancers are two very passionate signs, and we are. Well, Am I?
He's also a Cancer.
I'm a water sign, right?
I do not cry that much. Listen. He's over here saying that I cry at everything. I don't cry at everything.
I cried.
Well,
No, that's me.
I cried
I
everything.
cried last night at Lucifer, so that was fun.
I cried because of a TikTok about a dog earlier.
Scorpios aren't fire signs.
I cried because
Well, I don't.
earlier I was watching the Buffy reunion and they did a little clip of
Scorpios
Anya's
are fucking water signs.
and
I am right. Thank you very much.
they did a little scene of Anya's speech after Buffy's mom dies.
Wait,
And
Buffy's
all
mom
I saw
dies?
was like a couple of lines.
Wait,
and
wait,
I
wait,
started
wait.
bawling in
Buffy's
the
mom
car.
dies?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, that show's been out for so many years. I cannot get in
Yeah.
trouble for spoilers.
Not in anymore. It's everywhere.
Well, yeah, Morgan, that show is
And
older
it's
than
not,
you
if you, depending on how far in
Depending
you
on which
are,
I
it's
love
not
you.
when
I
you
love
think it
you.
is.
I love you. But you don't get to use that fucking line if that show is older than you.
I know,
are.
but I'm not complaining about getting the spoiler.
You can.
It's older than me.
I'm like, it's been all over the internet.
It because I think, Clint, you have told me that, but actually, no, I remember you definitely told me that Buffy's mom dies at one point because you were
Because
like,
of an
hey,
aneurysm to the
potential
brain.
trigger warning here.
Yeah.
So I remember that. That I was trying to process in my brain that. But also, Hope, you are the youngest. You saying things like that show is older than you. You can't say that to somebody that's older than you. You can only say that to somebody who's younger than you.
No, I can because you are saying something of like, oh, complaining about a spoiler.
Because you almost gave, like, you were almost about to, like, yell at me for spoiling. It's like, that show has been out for, like, years. I cannot get in trouble for spoilers.
And then
If it
I
is
was
a
like,
90s show,
it's older than me too.
if it is a 90s show or an early 2000s, I cannot get in trouble for any spoilers.
I agree.
Because that shit has been on the internet everywhere.
I agree that you can't get in trouble for spoiling that show. I wasn't going to yell at you about the spoilers. I was going to be like, wait, what?
Oh.
As in not like a, oh my god, you spoiled, but more of like a, oh shit, didn't realize that was coming up. But then I remembered that you told me that happens because you were like, hey, potential trigger warning for this. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I also watched the Angel reunion too, and I was a little mad that they didn't talk about Lauren at all. Lauren was my favorite character. God rest his soul, the actor. Because the actor died right after the last season. Like it was like a couple of days after the last episode aired, or around the last episode aired, and they didn't talk about him at all, and that kind of upset me. Because he made that show because he was the green demon dude that could sing jazz music. And he was played by a gay actor.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that it was jazz. But
He was green with red horns and like orangey hair with a pointed Jewish nose, and he could sing jazz.
But you can't say that!
Yes, I can.
You're not Jewish!
My drag persona is. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but it's like he has that nose that only Jewish people have. It's like very prominent. It's like Barbara Streisand nose.
You could have just said Barbara Streisand nose instead.
I practically did.
Jewish nose.
I practically did. Same thing.
You're gonna get me canceled.
No.
Do I need to get a drink?
I don't have any fucking alcohol. Otherwise, I would.
Huh? Oh, her being canceled? No, it'll be me that gets canceled. Listen, honey.
No, but I'd be canceled by association because
Listen, if I haven't gotten canceled for what I said during a live show,
I was gonna say,
an
remember
after
last
hour
week?
drunk live show,
Even last week? What you said?
The fuck did he say last week?
He called the drag queen a
cunt?
a fat
A
cunt.
fat bitch?
fat cunt bitch, whatever the fuck he said, and went on about her for like 5 minutes.
Well, here's the thing. When you call somebody a fat bitch, you're not commenting on the weight. You're commenting
Yeah, because she's really
on
not
how
that
big
fat.
of a
She's
bitch
actually
they
skinnier
are.
than I am.
You're like,
Well, no,
they're
but you get
bitch.
what I'm saying. It's more of the fact of like watching the video, none of us have any context of her. Unless you know who it's referring to.
True.
Yes, but if I were to say, oh, she's being such a fat, like she's a fat bitch, you don't automatically assume that I'm calling somebody fat. I'm saying that her bitchiness is fat, as in the amount of bitchiness she has is huge.
I will
But
say
still, people get canceled for less than that.
true.
I mean, fair, but also...
I mean, look at Johnny Depp.
I do look at Johnny Depp frequently.
So do I.
But
But no, speaking of her, she was super nice to me at the thing
that's
until I
suspicious.
introduced Sterling as my husband, and she went, "Husband?"
Where was she not nice?
She was still nice,
Okay, well, you're saying she was nice still. So
but
That's
the way
fine.
she said the word "husband" was like, "I can't be happy."
No, that's fucking
How I
sus.
took it.
That's fucking sus. If she's been shady and then all of a sudden becomes super nice,
Ow! I did not.
You know what I was going for there.
I really wish we could clearly hear Sterling.
He said because she knew you in a time where you had a boyfriend a different guy every other week.
we do not slut
No.
shame on this channel, Sterling. If you're going to be
He can't slut shame. He's a bigger slut than I am, so he can't slut shame nobody.
regardless of how big of a slut you are, we do not slut shame on this channel. So if
And
you're
to
gonna
be
be a slut
Perfectly
shamer,
honest, when I
you can
started
go
drag, I
out
did not
the
have a boyfriend
fucking
every other
door.
week. I just fucked a bunch of guys.
You know what I was going for in that comment.
I mean, she's only met 2 of my boyfriends. 3.
Regardless, if she's being shady and then suddenly becomes nice,
I know.
like, I'm sorry, but as a girl, I'm speaking as
I
a
know.
girl. Like, is it possible she could have changed? Yes.
Oh no, she did. Like, it's been what, 5-6 years since we've been in the same room together.
Okay, well, if she changed, that's completely different. But if like she actually changed, then good. I'm glad that worked out. But also, sometimes it's very hard to tell when someone's just being
Oh, I know.
shady.
She was also drunk.
Oh, she was drunk while being nice?
Yeah.
She was just being nice to be nice.
She was being nice by being nice.
Okay, well, you made it sound like she was doing it when she was drunk.
No, she was also drunk when she made the comment about the husband, is what I was.
Oh, if she was drunk when she made the comment, then that doesn't matter.
That night, back from the club alone, our probably surprised you're married.
We will get back to sprints. I just needed to. I have been in a shit mental state lately, so I just have not been emotioning. Sterling's gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
Speaking of that, I got new oracle cards. They're really pretty. And they're oddly accurate and kind of calls me out.
Karina, you need to hop on the live. We don't care if you look like shit.
No, I don't think it's she looks like shit. I think she feels like shit.
Okay, valid. But if it's like, if you're worried like because you don't look great, ma'am, I have an entire pizza face.
I mean, look at these.
Those are
They're
so pretty.
I have feelings.
They're
Hold on, pause. I'm making my screen bigger so I can see them better. So keep.
I could just do this.
Oh, so pretty. Oh, thank you. Oh, so pretty.
I know. I could not leave Sandalwood and Sage without them.
They look very nice.
I love it.
I passed by
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so pretty.
And all I did was flip through the book and land on one, and it called me out.
But if y'all chat afterwards, I'm probably going to stay on and chat because this is the most amount of social interaction I've had in a long time because I haven't gone to work in like a week and a half. But it's great because I can't get fired.
I don't like the fact that all this training has taken away from my audiobook listening. And the one audiobook I tried to listen to at work, I didn't like the second audiobook narrator's voice. I was like, motherfucker, that's all I have access to right now. Damn it. Oh, and Karina, I am currently reading Damaged by Onley James.
Okay. Clint, I apologize for the yelling.
It's fine. I'm used to it. It's fine.
I don't like yelling, though.
You said I apologize for the yelling and I pick up.
Is that calling me a liar or something?
No, it's the spirit guardian of winter. It says retreat.
So it is calling me a liar. Maybe.
Let me see.
A little.
What number is that? 38?
Then why do I do it so much? Because in friend groups as a child I was talked over, and so the only time that people would listen to me is when I yell. I yell because I felt left out of conversations as a child, and it feels like the only way I can get people to hear me and listen to me is if I yell. Also, daddy issues. My father did the same thing.
No, it says enter the silence, a deep place within you. Renew, retreat, repair your body. Watch your nocturnal dreams, meditate, and be quiet.
So the card is telling you to shut up?
It's saying to shut up, you fucking liar. And also, another reason I do it, Sam, is for content, baby. Since Clint and I have had an argument, we went from 2 viewers to 6.
Huh?
People apparently
Yay.
like watching me yell at Clint and Clint yell
Wait,
at
you
me.
went from 83 to 131? You added?
Oh man, people seem to like the fact that
Oh,
I yell at Clint and Clint yells at me.
it happens. We're both very passionate people about the
Well,
books we
that's
read.
what's funny to me because Sam's like, well, then why do you yell? And I'm just like,
It's like for views.
also, I also yell because I am autistic, and ADHD, so volume control is not a thing in my brain, because I.
Just
So
expect at least one yelling match between me and Morgan almost every live show on her channel. I don't think
like
we've done many on
after
ours.
that, like Clint and I are fine. Obviously, we're fine.
So there won't be any arguments
But there is a
tomorrow.
discussion.
Yes.
There's a discussion every time.
It's not us. We're
We're
not
not
like
fighting.
angry fighting. We're discussing passionately.
Like, you know that one
While calling each
there's
other
one
wrong.
that's like her sister was a witch, bro. That's how Clint and I
Yeah,
communicate.
pretty
You're
much.
gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong. That's how Clint and I communicate.
She came down in a fucking bubble, man.
Her sister was a witch. Yeah, that's
No, what
That's
we're
how-
saying is that we're comparing
that is how
us
Clint and I
to
communicate.
that
Clint
video.
and I
Her
communicate
sister
by
was
being
a
like,
witch.
can you fucking not and get your shit together. Nikki and I communicate like normal human beings. And by normal human beings, it's one of us will message each other, and then 3 days later, the other person will message, and then it just kind of goes on like that indefinitely until somebody brings up something that's like, oh my gosh, I have to respond to this right away.
I mean, me and
We
Nikki.
respond within 2 to 3 business days.
Exactly. Unless if it's like some kind of emergency, and then we're like, holy shit, did you see this?
And then there's me and Nikki who like never talk unless we're on these lives. And that's just our normal. We're just like, so how's your life
there's
been in the last
Sam.
like month?
Me
And
and
then there's
Nikki, it
Sam.
depends
She
on if we're in
communicates
the
with me
group
by
chat
being
or
like,
something.
are you alive? Okay, cool. I'll send you random videos every once in a while. Just don't fucking die.
See, if I personally message with Nikki, then we respond to each other usually quickly. If it's in our group chat with Tracy and Sterling, it could be a couple of days that I get a response. But then again, I send a bunch of shit to a lot of people a lot of the times.
Well, the thing with you,
and I
Clint, is like
communicate,
you send the same thing on multiple platforms. So if I see it somewhere else first before I get to our group chat, then I don't typically respond in our group chat because I've already seen it on Instagram. So
Yeah.
it's like
you do that.
that's where it gets murky. But
Well,
Hope and I will
But
talk.
each group-
He does
But each
Hope
group
does
has
when
different
Hope does
people.
live.
in it.
I'll
I
jump
know,
on and
and
talk to her.
I know why you do it. I just think it's hysterical because I'm in like 90% of the same group chats that you're in.
I need a group chat that has all my
You see
friends
him
in
everywhere.
one, so I could just send it there.
Nobody else is allowed to speak in that group chat except for Clint. That is where he does when he needs to share something.
We just get to respond. We're just mute until he sends something.
Yes.
Hey, Nikki, give me a number.
27.
27.
Sam occasionally pops her head out of the sand. Like I said, she'll send me videos. She'll send me like TikToks or like Instagram reels and be like, "You good, fam? Okay, cool."
Me and Karina talk through TikTok videos. That's how me and Karina talk. We just send each other TikToks.
Alicia and I like communicate. Like we'll go like for an entire week where we talk every single day, and then there will be like 3 to 5 days of just complete silence from either side, and it's just like, oh, it was just like don't talk. And then there's Karina. She's great.
Let me make my thing big. Toadstools, growth. I mean, I have been going to the gym, so these gains, you know.
Get them gains.
Beneath the surface of your life, miraculous changes are occurring. Something that you thought was ordinary, in fact, remarkable. You are in a time of rapid spiritual and material growth. Get ready and hang on for the ride.
Karina, like
That makes sense.
Karina and I don't like talk constantly, but like I have her cell phone number. So like occasionally like I'll message her there or even like on Instagram and we don't really talk about much. It's funny though.
Hope, give me a number.
13.
Ooh.
I love how I didn't even get to choose a number. The cards were just like, hey, shut the fuck up, you liar.
That was just, it was ready for you. It was ready for you, Morgan. That was the
universe-
reason he brought this deck out was for
Here's
you.
the thing. My own cards don't communicate with me. Everybody else's cards, though, has some shit to say to me.
Oh boy.
I just think this is
Oh,
funny
boy.
because of conversations.
So, I think I am going to end the live, but I will send everybody the link so that they can join backstage.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people I can put on screen. I'll fucking figure it out with whoever gets there, but like,
But Hope, this is
I think you have 6,
yours,
right?
Hope.
So,
Okay.
The
yeah.
card is Grace.
We're not, I
That's
love
why I
you.
laughed.
We're just gonna fucking sprint again because Clint brought out the cards, which means I'm gonna bring out the cards, which means
Chaos.
somebody else is gonna bring out the cards.
Sam, get here and bring your cards.
I don't
Okay,
want
Hope.
Sam's cards to come because then Loki's gonna talk shit to me and I don't want to hear it.
And I want to
Well,
laugh
at least
all
three
night
And
long.
I
Okay.
just
Yeah,
realized
we
that
should
by me
remember.
saying that means that Sam is definitely gonna
I
tell
will
me
I will
about
do
this
yours next,
backstage.
Alicia. So Hope, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within
So,
you. The spirit of
To
grace.
people that are watching this, to the two other people that I don't know that are watching this,
Bye.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Just
If you
behind
don't
me here.
comment, I'm sorry if you're not in the comments. We don't know who you are, and I apologize.
Like, I
Love you.
appreciate
Thanks
the
for the
fact that you're
views.
here, though. I appreciate the fact that you're here.
Is one of them Cool Gamer?
I'm pretty sure
I don't
Cool
know.
Gamer
He
is still
commented
watching.
once.
And if so, bro, thanks for
Thanks.
just popping into our lives and just thriving on the chaos. We will be having sprints tomorrow on Clint's channel, and we will
At
hopefully
noon
at least do
Central.
more than 2 sprints. How many sprints did we do this time?
3.
I don't fucking remember.
Like 2
But-
or 3.
Oh, we've been on for like 3.5 hours. Anyways, so yeah, I keep saying that I'll eventually upload like an actual video.
She's lying.
That is correct. I don't fucking know what I'm
That's fair.
doing.
She only does reading sprints. It's fine. And she normally only does them
That's
during
kind of what she's known for at
BBC
this point.
readathons.
Friday.
I do regular sprints occasionally when I'm
Occasionally.
energy. I am just coming out of my seasonal depression, okay? It's only
What I
fucking
meant
February.
is you're only guaranteed to be doing reading sprints during the CBC. Past
Okay.
that, if you do them, cool. If you don't, cool.
But anyways,
Fair.
if you want to make sure that I'm alive, I do kind of post on my social media regularly, occasionally.
Sometimes once a month,
Okay, and
maybe.
Alicia said 15.
So yeah, I'll send everybody the link to come hang out backstage. But
Sam just says
Sam just sent me the link. Let me say goodbye to people, Sam, okay?
I'll send it to you, Sam.
Ooh.
And with that being said, oh wait, Clint, say your thing to Alicia, and then I'll end the live.
Transmutation. The Phoenix.
Karina, send Karina the link too.
Valentitties group
A
chat.
big change is at hand in your life. What feels like an ending is really a beginning. Rising out of the flames and ashes, you are entering a new cycle, which means your YouTube channel's gonna flourish because of Crave Along. Even
Because of Crave
if life seems murky in areas, there's only the clearing before the rebirth. Hang in there, the best is yet to come.
Nice. Okay.
Which means go get some cum.
Wow.
I'm not ending the live show on
Listen,
that.
what?
Holy shit.
What was that?
I am muting Clint until the live show's officially fucking over.
Just end the fucking live.
No, I'm not leaving it on the fact that you were telling Alicia to. No.
Okay, Alicia, happy butterflies, rainbows,
Have a
and
good
enjoy
night.
your Phoenix and have a good night. Let's burst into
Read
flames in the
ACOTAR
live.
and wear a condom. Okay, bye.